Hey guys, normally I do a funny skit or some other opener for my videos, and that'll be back next week, but today's review is a little bit different. Although my channel is new to the homebrew scene, I personally am not, and so when I saw a Facebook post sharing the sad news that homebrew programmer Andreas Gustafsson passed away, I knew the name. I never met the man or even conversed with him, but I have played his games. So while his game Vectrexagon was on my get to it one day list, I thought it would be fitting to take a look at it now as a tribute to somebody who contributed something to the homebrew community. So sit back, turn up your volume, and let's look at Vectrexagon. Welcome to Mike's Gaming Gala. I'm Mike, and this week we're talking about Vectrexagon for the Vectrex. Vectrexagon is a 2016 release and published by Packrat Video Games. It's a bit of an older title, so it doesn't have the new boxes and overlays that a lot of more recent homebrews have, but it comes in a universal game case, has the cartridge and a nice little foam pad here to make sure that your cartridge doesn't slide around. And on the back here of the insert, it also has what number cart that you have, and I've got number 52. Anyhow, nothing particularly special about the packaging, but the game is something special, so let's take a look at that. When you start the game, you have a menu that gives you the option between easy and hard. At the bottom of the screen, it also shows your top score and most recent score. This cart doesn't save your scores, so this will reset every time you turn your Vectrex off. Pressing start begins the round. Vectrexagon is a port of Terry Cavanagh's Super Hexagon. The goal of the game is very simple. You're a triangle that spins around a hexagon in the middle of the screen as walls close in on you. Spin to avoid them as long as you can. You can control your triangle with either the joystick or the buttons. There's apparently a hack of this game that enables you to use a spinner controller to play, and I think that would be the ultimate way to whip this guy around. As you can see, the hexagon isn't stationary either. It spins and pulses to the beat as you're dodging walls, but surprisingly I don't find this actually distracts from the gameplay. It's all kind of part of the mesmerizing trance that this game puts you into. Speaking of trance, the music here by Yours Maye fits so perfectly. As you progress through the game, the walls get faster and faster. While recording for this video, I only made it about 80 seconds on my best run, but since a lot of this game is really about the trance, I present to you that run. And that's Vectrexagon for the Vectrex. So what did I think of this game? Well, this game is the perfect example of why a game doesn't need to be complicated to be fun. There are no flashy graphics or cutscenes in this game. There is no story. There's just controls that move clockwise or counterclockwise. And yet this is such an addictive and fun game. I am willing to bet that if this game had been around as an arcade game in the early 80s with a spinner controller, it would be the type of game that people would crowd around to watch a good player play a good game. This is also a perfect example of what makes a good port. A port that makes complete sense, in that this game feels like it was born for the Vectrex. The combination of really smooth controls and energetic music make it really hard to put this game down once you start playing it. It's incredibly addictive. It's a wonderful port by Andreas Gustafsson, and for $25 at the Packrat online store, you really can't go wrong with this at all. Now, as much as I love this game, I am most decidedly not the best player at it. But I did find somebody on YouTube that had an absolute beast mode run of over 10 minutes. So I will link that down in the description if you want to see somebody play it really well. Otherwise, as is going to be the case for every Friday, tomorrow I'm going to have my unedited game footage and you can see my gameplay. Thank you so much for watching my video. As always, if you want to contact me, my contact info is over there. And thank you for all your support, and we'll see you next time at Mike's Gaming Gala.